Ideas Inspired Information Podcast powered by Loke Enterprise. Here's your host, Braxton Holly.
Back again here with Amber in Amber's Corner on Ideas Inspired Information. I'm glad to have you back. How did that Valentine's Day go for you all last week? Let us know. Hopefully it was helpful. Amber, let's get into it. Hey, Amber, how you doing?
I want applause sound. Hi.
Okay, well, cue the applause sound. Yeah, we might not do that. But glad to have you here with us today here on Ideas Inspire Information, and kind of introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, and why you're even here.
Well, I'm Amber. I am currently studying to become a therapist. Clinical mental health counseling right now, but I'm probably going to change it to marriage and family because I just feel like we just need more therapists, more Black therapists. And so, yeah, that's about me. I like to work out, I like to have fun, and I'm a fun person, and I talk a lot. And I'm glad to be a part of the show. Yay!
Well, see, we're gonna see if she talk a lot. We're gonna put her under some deep pressured situations and see what we get out of it. You know, what does pressure make?
Diamonds shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna sing here on Amber's Corner. So let's hop right into it. Amber, what do you have for us today on this Monday?
So today we're gonna be talking about self-care, therapists. Today we're gonna be talking about self-care, therapy, and wellness.
Okay, self-care, therapy, and wellness. And before we get too deep into that, men, this applies to you as well. You got to take care of yourself. Unless you want to be well, you got to take care of yourself. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. But let's get into the show. Amber, how do you take care of yourself? What is self-care? What is wellness? What is being therapeutic? What are these things?
So that can be anything, like whatever makes you feel good. So that could be taking yourself out to dinner, going to a kickboxing class, swimming or shopping or reading a book, whatever makes you feel most calm. It could even be bettering yourself, taking a class, getting a certification, just overall what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what makes you a better you.
Okay, better you. Do you to make a better you. Just do it legally. You know, this 2022. You got to say that because some people, some stuff make them feel good and it ain't legal. Okay, but we ain't gonna go into that. All right, so Amber, what kind of hobbies do you have that allow you to be self-careful and therapeutic and well?
Well, so I do like Netflix, Hulu's, Showtime, HBO, all of the above streaming services. Sponsor me because I love it. I love it.
Okay, well, you know what's going on TV.
But yeah, I love to binge watch like TV shows. I love Living Single. That is my jam. I will watch it and never get tired of it. I also have it as background music when I'm just doing work, homework, whatever.
Doing stuff.
Yeah. I also like working out. That's a new thing for me. I've started working out back in 2020. Even though we skipped that year. That's when I started working out. So,
2020 is like that year on and the Avengers, that blip year, except it was just 1 year for us. It was 5 for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 was the blip.
Because I can't really always be like, was that 2020 or 2021?
They might be 5 years. The last two kind of blip.
Okay, and also shopping. But I mean, what is shopping these days when you have a spending freeze? I don't know what that is. But yeah, shopping when I'm not on a freeze.
Okay. So that's a hobby, shopping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you prefer like an online shopping or like an in-person store experience?
Well, I used to like actually being in the store, but then when Little Miss Rona came around, I had to get used to online shopping. But also, I am very if you are a person that writes reviews and add a picture, God bless you, because I rely heavily on your review. Really heavily on that. So like I can do online shopping now, but it just takes a little bit more research.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, favorite show on Netflix?
It would have to be Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy got me through college, y'all, because our internet service sucked. So, like, me and my laptop, we watched Grey's Anatomy from, I think it was season 1 to season 13 twice. So, I know everything. I know everybody. I know every. I also got too attached to the characters, so I would cry on those season finales. But that's my girl. Grey is my girl, and she's been through so much. Like me and her, we're here.
I've never watched the show, so there's no sympathy coming here from me. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna keep on going. And working out. How you say you started really working out in 2020?
Yes.
And so is that more of like a hobby for you now, or is it like a routine you just accustomed to doing it?
It's a routine. I made it a priority to take it more seriously, so I kind of planned my day around working out. So if at first I was working out on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So if I was working out any of those days, and you're like, "Hey, let's hang," I'm working out. Hey, can you? Gotta work out. Make it a priority. And it's like one of those like good habits. So I was very serious about it, and now, I'm working out more often now. Like this week, this is my 6th day working out. So,
Hey,
you know. So
that's
yeah.
that's a good you in a good groove right there. It's good. You consistent.
Yeah, very,
Consistency.
very.
If you listen to the podcast for the last couple seasons, consistency is the key to change. Just want to remind you about that. But let's talk about you taking care of yourself. This because today's about self care, wellness, and being therapeutic.
Yeah.
I like that therapeutic. Therapy. What is therapy for you? What does that look like? Are you in therapy? How do you feel about it? Kind of give us a full synopsis of that.
Okay, so for me, I didn't start going to therapy till I think I really want to say 2020. When I started going to therapy, at first I was listening to this podcast called Therapy for Black Girls by Joy Harden Bradford. She's amazing, and that really kind of got me into therapy because I never really thought about it until then. And then I was like, I need to find a therapist, but not only a therapist, but a Black therapist. On Therapy for Black Girls, they also have a directory. When I first started therapy, there was about three therapists in Alabama, and I think 2 of them were in Birmingham or close to me. Now it is much more. So it is very important to, get into therapy, and especially with little Miss Rona just came and just, got everybody. I think it's very important. And also there's a company called Better Health, and they do online services. So if you cannot get to a therapist or actually go to visits, to session, they have some good options there. They have a bunch of therapists you can choose from. So I guess it's kind of like with therapy, it's kind of like going on a date almost. Kind of like seeing, okay, what do I want? What do I agree with? What are my morals and values? And just trying to find someone that you can connect with. And hey, like if you go to a session, it doesn't work out, you can always go and try it again with another therapist. But I do believe therapy is very important. And I think everybody, especially with little Miss Rona, everybody should have some form of therapy or is working towards going to therapy.
Okay. I guess I gotta find me a therapist, y'all. But I mean, you going to school for it, so I wait till you get done. There we go. Okay. So with going to therapy and now working on your degree to be a therapist, what kind of things throughout your past has maybe driven you to therapy, or if there are any, how does that kind of work for you?
So I guess you would say like toxic relationships are a bunch of them. Sometimes we just kind of put up with people and their habits and things when we necessarily do not have to, and we think of ourselves as, oh, I'm being selfish, or I don't feel that way, or they may be gaslighting you, making you feel like your feelings are invalid. And also, I know, like in the Black community, therapy was never an option for us. We were always told to go pray. It was never a thing for us. We never had those opportunities for therapy. It was just a foreign thing. So most of the time when someone would say, "Oh, I'm in therapy," it would be like something's crazy happening. Like, "Oh, she's crazy." If you would say, "I'm in
That boy
therapy."
crazy over there. Crazy. Yeah, I understand that. 'Cause I said that before too. Hey, you in therapy, man? Crazy, crazy. But yeah, therapy. I don't. My outlook don't really matter. I don't even know if I have a real outlook on therapy. I've never been in therapy. I don't think I've ever maybe thought about going. But let's talk about wellness.
Okay.
For wellness and like, how do you really separate wellness and self care? Are those like two different things, or do you think that those kind of mesh together? Or do they roll over like
That can be
wellness?
wellness. I mean, to me, when I think about wellness, well, it could be the same thing because I was about to say, oh, taking care of yourself. Well, that's self
See,
care.
self-care.
It can be the same thing. Sometimes wellness is looked at like, how are you, like health wise? Like, are you eating right? Are you working out? Are you active? Are you putting good things in your body? Are you going to doctors? Going to the doctor regularly? Are you getting checked out regularly? I kind of think of more so like body. I feel like with self care, even though it can be physically, emotionally, I feel like that's more like a kind of a mental thing, and that in that sense, because like when I work out, I feel like that's therapy for me, or when I read a book, like that's self care for me. It's a little bit different. It's something that you want to do for yourself, but wellness is the same. So I guess it can kind of be the same depending on how you look at it, but you still need to kind of incorporate both.
So, you told us about like you working out and therapy, and I think those kind of roll over into wellness as well. I think wellness is like that word that wraps everything into one, and then grabs the stuff that's not in self care and therapy. And then you spoke on like your intake of food. What are
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
guess you ain't eat good this week.
Mm.
What are do you have like a routine for how you eat? Do you meal prep? Like,
Mm-mm.
what do you do for your what do you do for your meal intake?
So for me, I do not meal prep because by the second day, I'm ready for something different. I don't really meal prep. I feel like sometimes it just kind of like puts a lot of pressure on myself. I'm single. So like if I cook, I feel like it's already a lot. Even if I half it, fourth it, third it, whatever, I feel like it's always like way too much food. So, but I do like those meals for one at Publix. Shout out to Publix. But yeah, really, I try to make sure breakfast, lunch, and dinner, of course. And then if I do, I'm trying to do a lot better with eating, y'all, because like my eating habits haven't been the best. So I'm really trying to get better with that. Cheese has me in the chokehold right now, so I'm working on it. If you got some tips, let me know in the comments. But definitely cheese has me in the chokehold, so I'm definitely trying to work on like more like vegan cheese or like other options because that's what I'm struggling with right now. But other than that, it's okay. It's been better. It's been better.
That cheese, that dairy product. This ain't your fitness fix, so I ain't going into that. But so also with wellness, there's the time that you spend like on your phone or social media,
Mm-hmm.
your work time. How does that screen time? Because I know like looking at screens and working a lot
Yeah.
affects people's wellness.
So I feel like if you're one of those people that are on social media a lot, Apple has a lot of good like updates. So for me, the first thing I had to do was just go back and like kind of reset, I guess, or purge my Instagram and anything like the shade room, gossip, or anything that's not like putting in like just kind of like a lot of drama into putting in a lot of drama into your life. You don't need to see that. So I started not following I started unfollowing those kind of pages and following more inspirational pages, more pastors, more just get the more therapists, of course, just like more good things. So you want to do that first. Two, I also started with the limits on your settings and your like on the focus. I like focus, but we're going to talk about limits. So app limits are, say if you have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever the case, say, okay, I'm only what I've been doing is I'm only going to allow myself 3 hours for a total of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm going to do that. So once my 3 hours are over with, I'll get a notification that says, hey, time's up. You can either ignore the limit or like, okay, give me 15 minutes or ignore until tomorrow. And I feel like when that pops up, it's like, okay, now the ball's in your court. What are you going to do? Are you going to get back on there or are you going to get back on there or are you going to, just get off of it altogether?
Yeah.
So I think that's very important, as well as the Focus app, because I feel like sometimes I just want to focus on maybe schoolwork. I do work full time as well, so sometimes I have a focus for work. So it's certain people that I will allow notifications from during my work time. When I'm at school, certain people have access to me at school. Some apps have notifications. My social media apps, I do not get alerts, notifications for any of those. I turn all of those off. So I won't know unless I actually go in the app and then I'll see the notification. But I think it's important to set those limits for yourself because you don't need to be scrolling all night, looking at, dang, they're getting married. Dang, they got a new house. Dang, they got a new car, and I'm just sitting here stuck. You don't want to think about what's going wrong with you because in reality, people only show the highlights. They don't show, oh, I just went through a breakup or, oh, my car just got repossessed. They don't show that. It's only the highlights. So if you're judging someone's highlights to your life, it's not gonna make you feel good at all. So I would really limit the amount of time that you are on social media.
Limit your social media. Don't sit there and be scrolling all night and all day and doing all that other stuff because the screen is not good for you. We ain't been looking at screens for what, about 30, 40 years now? We ain't been looking at screens that long. It's not much research on how that kind of affects you long term. There's short term research. You look at the screen, your eyes gonna fall out. That's what old folks used to tell you. Sit in front of the TV too hard. Yeah, we ain't gonna. But let's roll into one more thing before we get done with all this good wellness and therapeutic cause I don't know. See, this is why Amber here because we don't talk about this stuff and we don't know about no wellness and doing the therapy, self care. Get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, and smile. It's a good day. And that brings a point in for me. How do you find your relaxation time? Working full time, you got kids to take care of. People have marriages to take care of, businesses, jobs, and all kind of stuff. And let's say you even have scheduled out time for your wellness, for your therapy, for your self care. All of that's still a thing. Is that a relaxation base, or can it be? What's your take on that?
It can. Like again, everybody's self-care is different. So that might be, okay, I'm going to take a walk outside on my lunch break. Or, I'm going to treat myself to, if I've been eating out all week, I'm going to treat myself. I mean, if I've been eating at the house all week, I'm going to treat myself to, go out to eat at the end of the week. So it looks different for everyone. It just depends on, how you want to relax. So maybe you want a massage, or maybe you just want a candlelight bath, bubble bath. That's relaxing too. It's different things. I know I personally don't have kids, but I do have fur babies, and they're a lot. They're a lot because you have to like watch them and take care of them just like you would with little humans. So even if you can't necessarily, take a day or just say, oh, I'm going to just go work out or go to the movies or anything like that. You can take time to maybe, okay, well, let's just watch it. We can watch a movie as a family, or, we can all go to the art museum, something that's out of the normal that'll kind of give your mind a break where you're not so worried about life.
That's relaxation. Simple as that. I guess that looks different for everybody. whatever whatever you find that can be relaxing to you, take your time out, go do it. Because honestly, relaxation really is like a reboot for a human body, other than going to sleep. Relaxation allows you to kind of go back and gather your thoughts, gather the way your body feels. Maybe you just need to get in the ice bath and rejuvenate. Just be able to take your mind off of all kinds and every kind of thing that isn't just relaxing. I mean, there's no other way you could put that. It's being relaxing. Um, Amber, I'm appreciative. Appreciative. That's a new word we're gonna use. Amber. I'm appreciative of your time today and being here with us. Do you have any closing remarks for us?
Give yourself grace. I know you can be busy and just like going through the motions, and okay, I may not have time for therapy, or I might not have time to like get to the gym every day, but just give yourself grace, and then just take it one day at a time. Even if it's 30 minutes to an hour, just do something to just like
Chill
do
out.
something, yeah,
Yeah.
to just kind of like chill out and give yourself a break.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today, here in Amber's Corner. We'll see you next Monday.
Bye.